What's going on, guys? Lauren with the TMF podcast. It's been a minute since I've done one of these solo updates that's not been live, but I'm going to take a little bit of time today to talk about AMC stock and just what all I see going on with it. Because to preface this entire video, I'm for what you guys are doing. I'm for it. I was bullish on AMC. I like the idea behind the short interest, the hidden shares, the dark pools, all this stuff. Okay, I was following all of it. Just like most of you. I was trading shares in AMC. I was trading options in AMC. I was doing a lot of it. And lately, I have become more and more frustrated with what I keep seeing on the internet, I guess basically the internet, in regards to what this stock is doing or not doing, or what it's going to do or not going to do. And I put out a couple videos about what I think they are doing. I think about of what the other side of this equation is doing, because it's not all about just the apes, right? It's about the apes versus the hedgies. That's the thing, right? And we've created this adversary called a hedgie, and I've listened to both sides of this argument, and I want to talk a little bit about it. And I want to start by saying that the last week, really since AMC hit $77 and then plummeted back into the 40s, the stock, I said what would happen would be, what made the most sense is that they would trade it sideways. They would give you some hope and then they would take it away. And they would give you some hope and then take it away. And maybe they would turn in some borrowed shares and then they would reborrow some shares. So they would cover some shorts, which would cause it to go up, and then they would short the stock again, which would cause it to go down. And I don't think that if I was a moneymaker, if I was on the other side of this and I was losing money, basing, solely on the idea that the stock needs to go back down to $10, and it's not, because you've convinced a lot of people to buy AMC and just hold on to it. So what's the next best play? If you're not going to sell your shares as an ape, you're going to hold on to them. At least not everyone. Look, some people are selling. It's fine. Not everyone's here going to hold it to it goes to wherever. Some people believe it's gone high enough, and they've taken their profits, and now they're playing maybe with a little bit of money. My game plan would be to switch up the game. The options activity on AMC is crazy. A lot of apes aren't playing options. You guys are just holding shares. You're just buying it on Robinhood or Cash App or Webull or whatever, and you're just buying a little bit at a time. I see it all the time in the comments. I'm going to go through and read some of the comments, because these are you guys. This is just us. It's regular dudes, men and women, buying and joining this momentum, this trade that we have. But I think what my thought was behind it, I'm going to pull the chart behind me here, is that why don't we, if I was a hedge fund or I was a market maker, why don't we just give them a little hope right here? Let's run it up. Let's cover some shares. Boom, that thing went up, from freaking 42 to damn 66. And then we short it back down. And when you do this, and you have so many people, like when you think AMC stock, you think hold, hodl. So you're buying options, and they go up, and they come crashing down. And then it trades a little sideways. It goes up, and then it comes crashing down. It's not enough of an increase to make the options worth good money, and it's not enough of a decrease for puts to be in the money. And so what I believe is happening is they are selling options, covered calls, and puts. I'm going to pull this up behind me as well. This is just the options chain on AMC. Give it a second. Load up here. And I think they're just yanking the premiums, right? Because you're holding it too long is what's happening. And so they're worthless. AMC as a whole during the week is trading sideways. Let's pull it up here. All right. So this is next week's premiums for AMC as it was the market close on Friday. And what I want to emphasize here is how far the stock has to move for you to make money on this stock in options. And I think this is important because we talk about, oh, it's a gamma squeeze coming, it's a short squeeze. The gamma squeeze is not coming. The gamma squeeze is not coming because of this number right here, $145. When we saw the big spike, rocket ship up, I'm going to go back here. When we saw this from 35 to 70 something bucks, it went up 118%. That very well could have been a gamma squeeze because the options chain stopped at like $40, $45. That was the furthest out strike price that you were buying because AMC was trading so low. The next day, the very next day, is when we saw 145 enter the game. So you doubled the amount of options that are available, which is highly reduces the risk of a gamma squeeze happening. Because if you start playing these, and look, we can look at the open interest, 407, 869, 293. There's a lot of people buying 145s. 45,000 people own 145 strikes that expire next week. Now, I can't see how many expired out of the money yesterday, but I'll bet you the number was pretty damn high. The theta is crazy, $48 a day. And that purchase price here isn't that much. But let's just say 45,000 times $1.29, $129. That's a good chunk of money. And this plays out very much like the GameStop 800 calls. Those calls never made money. The GameStop 800 strike, it never touched $800. Never even got close. And so far, AMC has not gotten close to 145, not by a long shot. In fact, AMC really hasn't broken above the $64 mark for any length of time, even to make half of these options in the money. So what I want to reiterate here is, let's just say right now AMC closed at $59.45, right? And you want to go play an option on AMC, a $59 strike. Your break even on that strike is $67. Now, we go back and look at the chart. AMC hasn't touched $67 all week. It's been how long since it touched that high? What is that? That's 60. It just hasn't. Right? So ever since it went up, it hasn't even touched 67. So I think 64 or something is like the highest for the week. So you're out here buying these strikes and it's got to go up 14%. And that's almost an $883 purchase price, right? And that's in the money. That's at the strike price. We need a 14% change to break even. That's a big change. So let's go back down further. Let's go buy something that's already in the money. We have to go down here and pay right there. Let's say that $59.95. $23.95 a contract for a $36 strike. That has the potential of being in the money is still not very good. What is there? Expected profit loss is $50 on this one, according to Robinhood's new little calculator they've got here, and it's freaking right there. But what I'm getting at is I think this is the play. I think this is the play for them. Let's look at the put side. And this makes the most sense, right? So a put, this thing has to drop to $50. Now, AMC hasn't really been dropping that far, right? It's not gotten near 67, and it's also not really gotten near 50. What's the closest? 51.62. Yeah, so 51, right? Throughout the week. 51 to 64. 51 to 64. Now let's look at for something to be in a break-even point, you're going to have to be on a put side of it. You're going to have to be a $60 strike price put and up, which are crazy numbers. I mean, crazy numbers. Break even here, a 145 strikes, $86. I mean, $9,000 damn near a contract. And on the call side, you've got to go down deep maybe not super deep. Let's just say you're banking 64. That's a $53 strike. So I think that has been the game. And it made the most sense to me as I thought about it. If you're losing money because they won't sell, and you can only short it so far because there's only so many shorts available, and we can move the stock $10 or $15 up and down throughout the week, why not just sell a bunch of these options that expire worthless? Now, there's always going to be options in the money because I can go down here and buy an option that's deep in the money. I can go buy a $12 strike. The break even still $59.30. How the fuck is that even possible? Right? The break even down there is so freaking high. And I want to watch one of these. Maybe Monday we'll watch one. We'll go pick like a 50-cent strike on a call, which is like the most expensive one you can buy, and just see how much it moves in one day. You know, I mean, I think that's the plan for AMC. Now, they want to bring up something else, and that's right here. Just as YouTube. I search AMC. We'll put AMC Stock. All right. And let's look at the clickbait, because this is what you're seeing every day, and you're training your mind to believe that all of this is really happening. AMC Stock, biggest gamma squeeze ever next week. Question mark, exclamation. This is huge. All right, I'm going to open up the stock guy, who's this one here. I'm going to pull his videos up. Let's just see what all of, because these are probably daily, right? 14 hours ago, 4 days ago. AMC to 100K. AMC crucial point. Break $60-something. All-time high for AMC. AMC to 100 or back to 40. Important stock. Biggest gamma squeeze ever. Most important week we've had. AMC back to 60 tomorrow. Right, so this is what we see. AMC could explode before market open. Okay, that's just one channel. Let's pull up another channel. New rule just passed on AMC. Hedge funds are scared. This is from Market Gains. A lot of subscribers, 182,000 subscribers. Let's look at his videos. Second gamma squeeze next week. Why? Why would it gamma squeeze? It's not going to gamma squeeze because your freaking strikes are $145. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Here's what happened. What you need to know. Bombshell on AMC. Hedges exposed again. AMC stock hedge funds. Okay, let's find another one. And I'm going to do a handful of these just because I feel it's important. I see this guy, the masked investor, and then we'll make it down to the ones that are, king AMC shit here. Apes drawn together. Short squeeze updates. Chasing the squeeze. Good morning, Ape Nation. I've had squeezing it somewhere too. Let's see. Watch before Thursday. Citadel's bleeding. Chasing the squeeze. He's got some after hours ones there. His are less. You gotta have must watch. Obviously, must watch it before tomorrow. Short squeeze, always in the headlines. Now let's make it to one of the leaders of the pack, Trey's Trades. And I do like Trey. I'm not doing this to knock him. I'm not doing this to be mean. I like listening to him. I don't like okay. Ortex short squeeze signals. There are only apes. They could have covered at $5. AMC chart set to explode. The feds are done with hedge games. They're not. They don't care. AMC Live, bounce traders. Let's see. His are a little less clickbaity. Climbing the ladder, call options, naked shares. Trey's more about the naked shorts and all that bullshit. That's really where his emphasis is. Matt Kors, I don't think his were quite as clickbaity, but they have been getting lower. Dark pools. Oh, here come the apes. Sleeping beast. Big things coming. Corruption. Serious trouble. Don't panic. Ripping higher. What I'm getting at here is that AMC stock can do no wrong. According to all the YouTubers, AMC stock can do no wrong. It can only go up. It can never go down. If it does go down, it's even better news for you. If half your money goes away tomorrow, it's the best news you could have gotten because it means some crazy good thing. Right? And I will admit this. On a daily, AMC is on an uptrend. From this perspective, it's still bullish on the daily. When we spread it out a little further, it's sideways on the daily, up and down. When we put it on a 4-hour chart, it's pretty much sideways across this line. Now, it's not saying that being in the 50s for AMC is not already crazy. It is high. It's very high for that stock and for the company. However, there's a lot of pullbacks and there's up and downs. It's trading sideways. Is it a consolidation? Maybe. Could it fall? Absolutely. This green candle right here that we see, this rocket ship up, that could easily be a red candle on the other end of this. We have to be aware of that. And as somebody who has made money and lost money in the stock market, because I like high risk, high reward options plays and stock plays, I'm going to tell you this. If you're not a risky person, take some of your profits and put them somewhere safe, man. Because at any given moment, AMC could go from 60 to 20, just like it went from 30 to 70. It can do that just as quick. And you can hold forever. And you can. And if you play options, they'll be worthless. And I do believe that, when I look at this chart, it's a slow uptrend, but also it's got a lot of downtrends. And these burn options. They make options completely worthless, which costs you all of your money. Even on these big days where we had these nice climbs up, these 10 or 15% days, that's not a short squeeze. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's hope. I think that's the other side giving you hope. Now, what I want to do is I want to read through some of these comments, and these are on Weeble. And just to see what people are actually saying. Let's just see what the apes are saying. Let's talk about the apes. Let me turn that off. Right? Let's see here. Ape strong. We can do this. Can AMC stock look like this stock? Berkshire Hathaway. Unlikely. Berkshire Hathaway is trading at $412,000 a share. It's the most expensive stock on the stock exchange. Let's see what we got here. The process is going to pull on all of your emotion 20 times a day during the squeeze. Yes, our profits will soar and soar and soar, and then they will drop instantly in half, and we'll be shocked and scared. Well, that's right. Squeeze may never come. This is the biggest proof we have had so far. SEC, I hope you're watching this. And it's a Reddit post, proof of naked shorting, market manipulation. Well, we know that. We know there is market manipulation. This is not news. Everyone knows this. How do they manipulate it? That's up to anyone to decide, honestly. We don't know exactly how it happens, whether they're just trading off book. Citadel Securities has over $57 billion in open short positions on its books. I think I found out what happened in January, why it's trading. Yeah, we don't know. This is all speculation. All speculation. What else do we have here? Big day Monday with rockets. Enjoy the weekend. Monday is going to be amazing. Anyone looking for their annual meeting information? Look, all of a sudden you guys turn into freaking attorneys and now you want to get in this company and vote on their stock. I mean, it's so much. And you can vote. If you held stock, your vote matters. It does. Let's see here. Anyone else find it strange that the known hard to borrow stocks no longer have that symbol associated with the ticker, like Torch, Zom, BB are just a few examples. What else we got here? Never give up, never surrender. There's a clipping here. AMC stock has soared. Now the movie changed. Foot traffic is improving. That's what we expect to happen. Only 18 shares, but I'm holding for everyone selling on the way down. So this person has 18 shares of AMC stock. We don't know what their average is, but they're going to hold it forever. And you could buy 18 shares now, about $1,000, a little over $1,000. Let's see. Theaters aren't going anywhere. Lambo soon. Not giving up. Let's pray we go to the moon. Next week's better. What I want you to be aware of is that you're playing a game against people who are better than you, who have more money than you, who have more knowledge than you, who have more information than you. You're playing a game against somebody that ultimately you cannot beat. But you think you can. You think you can beat them. If you believe that retail traders own 85% of the float, then why would the stock price keep going up? Are you continuing to buy and it's going to go up even more? How much more can you own? And at what point do the hedge funds just bleed out? What if you're a hedge fund and you add a $2 billion position at AMC and you're losing money every day and you have to cover, or you don't, you just keep paying? How long can you pay for that? I mean, right now they're what, 50 days, 60 days deep, some of these positions possibly. Also, we don't know. We don't have the data. You'll never get that information. That is the biggest problem with what's happening. You'll never, ever, ever, ever be purview to that information. You're not going to know what their short position is. You're not going to know how long they've had it. You're not going to know how long they have to cover. You're not going to know how much money they have individually paid. You will never have that information. But you can guess what that information is. And I can guess that a bunch of you are going to hold until something happens. Maybe it gets a spike. I personally, at this point, do not believe that we're going to see spikes over 100 or 150%. I don't. I don't think that the market makers, and the hedge funds are going to allow it to happen. I think they are better prepared than you believe. You think that they're out here just bleeding out billions of dollars a week. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. At some point, they just change their position. Look, we're losing. If you're playing a sport and you keep playing the same play, you keep running the same play, and you're playing a sport and you keep losing, it doesn't win. What do? You pick a different play. I think that's what they're going to do. I really do. The volume on AMC has dropped significantly from the previous weeks. Significant drops in volume. It's not even a debate on how low it has been. 320 million, 340, 213, 146, 221, 215, 215, 280, 165, 300, 240. When you're going to get a squeeze, you're going to be over $1 billion. Going to do over $1 billion volume, and you're not near that yet. I mean, you're in the hundreds of millions, but so far away. And even on the way up, you were at 100, 200, 370. You hit 600 million, 650, then 400, then 757. You need to be over $1 billion, and it needs to pick up more momentum. So I wanted to say this. I wanted to have this video for the AMC apes out there, and I'm going to do some other stocks too. We're going to talk about some other ones. Maybe I'll do a live and we'll talk about it. If you're playing in this and you're holding shares, you need to be aware that if you bought in the 50s or 60s, you could easily lose half your money. If you're playing options, bet that you're probably going to lose most of your money. Especially if you're playing weekly options. Now, I know these guys are going, oh, well, we're playing the options market. Buy options for August. If you can afford them, buy them for August. Let me tell you what an August call option would be. All I have to do is pull up this guy. All right, buy him. Oh, and I hear him talk about, buy an option call, $65 strike, August 20th. Will cost you $2,233. Most of you holding 15 shares cannot afford a single contract of this options chain. Not one. Buy one for December. $3,000 and up. So I get it. I understand that it's a safer bet because of the theta, but I also understand that you can't afford it. Most of you can't afford it. The guys who are telling you to buy them deep out can't afford it. And they're going to hold it, and if it goes down 10%, they're just going to sell it and roll it. If you're buying an option that expires, next week, yeah, you can go out here, you can find yourself a call for $129, and you can YOLO $129, and if it pans out, which is great. Most of you can't afford the $3,000-$4,000 risk. So I want you guys to be safe out there. I want you guys to to be aware that not everything keeps going up. Not everything goes to space. Sometimes it will. Sometimes you'll have a hell of a week. And then sometimes all your money will be gone. So till then, man, I'm gonna do some more videos. I appreciate anyone who watched this, especially to the end. If you like my content, hit the like button, subscribe button, the dinger, the bell, the notification, whatever. I haven't been doing lives as much, but I'm going to increase them as the months go on, up until I'll be doing this full time. So till then, I'll catch you guys next time.